stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag.
I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God,
one
and indivisible.
Let us pray. God, I thank you again for this time and this opportunity, Father, to serve our community. Lord, give us wisdom as always. Let us know what to do and the wisdom to know how to do it. God, I pray for stewardship as we handle the finances of the county. God, I pray that you protect, as always, our first responders, our military, and those who are doing what they can to serve your people. God, I thank you so much for America. And I thank you for what you do and what you're going to continue to do in this wonderful, wonderful place. In Jesus' mighty name, amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. Okay, first item on the agenda is the bills. Does anyone have any questions or comments or on the bills or a motion?
I'll make a motion, we pay the bill.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. Did you vote?
No.
Yeah.
I was giving him the eye.
Okay, Amy, do we have payroll?
Yes, we have.
Okay,
Yes.
Called that by Kelly.
pardon me.
No, it's fine. Total payroll wages was $673,199.7, and the total payable was $260,435.69. The total payroll was $933,635.16.
Do I hear a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve payroll. A second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, item 6, any public comments? No? Great. All right, item 7 is the update report on the Little Pringle 1 and Little Pringle 2 wind farms from Bill Pinkin from Purdue, Brandon, Fielders, Collins, and Mott.
Good morning. Oh, I think
Oh,
I have some,
I missed that one.
you got some good news for
Thank
everybody on Monday morning. Not just that, Patrick Mahomes won the. But first, I'd like to introduce, Ben Gifford. He's a, brand new, lawyer in our firm at Purdue, Brandon. He's literally about 2 hours into his career.
Awesome.
This is his first day.
Not fired yet.
Ben's a former Marine, baseball player, former federal prosecutor, and we are really excited to have him on board.
Awesome. Thank you. Nice to have you.
Again, my name is Bill Pinkham, Purdue Brandon Law Firm, and here to talk about the Little Pringle Wind Farms 1 and 2. Last time we were here, I was before the Commissioner's Court to approve online auctions for the wind farms. We ended up, the court approved that. We had an online auction of the wind farms out there, and obviously they weren't very viable. They were literally just scrap metal. Between Pringle Moore's ISD and entities within Hutchinson County, there was a little bit over $580,000 that was owed in penalties and interest in taxes. The wind farm sold for $17,000. Obviously, we weren't very happy with that. The auctioneer's fees came on top of that. I'd like to say traditionally, when you foreclose on a lien on property, that's typically the last thing that we can do in the process. Little Pringles 1 and 2, we made an argument, were owned by Olympia Renewable Platform, LLC. Olympia Renewable Platform, LLC is a large multinational corporation that would have assets that we wanted to go after. Typically, you can't do that. It's pretty common law that a member of an LLC is not responsible for the liabilities of the LLC. However, Olympia Renewable Platform held itself out as the owner of Little Pringles 1 and 2. They signed a taxpayer agreement whereby they said that it was an irrevocable admission that the taxes were due and owing and that they owed it. So it's something that we don't think has ever been done before. We sued the parent company for the liabilities of Little Pringle 1 and 2 LLC. After we sold the wind farms for $17,000, it was highly likely that we were not going to see another dime out of anybody to satisfy those taxes. Olympia Renewable Platform It's represented by David Mullen of the Mullen Hort Brown firm out of Amarillo. Very good lawyer. So we had a fight ahead of us to try to get any more money. They filed an answer, said that they aren't the owners and they shouldn't have to pay the taxes. We decided to go to mediation. Carrie Kimmel was there and Linda Cummings from Hansford County, because Pringle Bleeds Over was there as well. It was a day-long mediation. We went back and forth. And at the end of the day, out of the $98,000 that Hutchinson County was owed, we got you guys $78,000. And we're here to tell you that today to let you know, one, we appreciate being able to do this for the county and all the entities within the county. And we wanted to share a little bit of good news with you on a Monday morning after the Super Bowl.
Awesome.
I'm more than happy to answer any questions. There's a lot of legalities that went back and forth. Theories that we use to try to satisfy, but at the end of the day, we're confident we did the county and the entities within the county a great job of getting at least something out of literally some property that was worth nothing, worth $17,000. So I'm more than happy to answer any questions if there are any. Otherwise, we appreciate being able to work for the county. And
Thank you so much. Thank you
Good
for
job.
everything that Purdue Brandon does for us. We appreciate y'all.
We're very happy to be able to do it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you.
Have a good day.
Bill, thanks for coming. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, safe travels home. Nice to meet you.
We'll try to keep them in line.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, be safe, man.
All right, let's go back to item 5 because we skipped it, which was any additions or corrections to our previous Commissioners Court meeting.
No corrections or additions to the regular meeting of January 23rd, 2023.
Okay, thank you. All right, item 8 is public hearing on proposed adoption, amendment, repeal, or reauthorization of guidelines and criteria governing the tax abatement agreements, which is Texas Tax Code 312. Do I hear any public comments? Okay, hearing none, we'll go on to item 9, which is to consider and or approve the tax abatement adoption, amendment, repeal, or reauthorization of guidelines and criteria governing tax abatement agreements. Mr. Jones.
So the guidelines you have, these have to be reinstated every 2 years. The last abatement agreement was back, I think, in the early 2010s with Nutrien, Agrium, some iteration of that company. And so it's necessary for us, if the county wants to consider any tax abatement agreements in the future, these guidelines have to be implemented and filed. And so what I did is review chapter 312, looked at several other sample agreements, and tried to come up with something that was very broad that would allow the commissioners as much latitude in approving these kind of agreements, should they come up in the future. Once there is a proposed agreement, there's a timeline, there are other hearings that are required, probably something like a 60 to 90 day kind of a situation in order to get something in place. But this is the first step to get these approved. And then there's an application, which is the exhibit to the guidelines, as you saw, which companies will use if they want to try to enter into a tax abatement of the county. These will have to be posted on the website once they're approved. And then they'll control, whatever you all consider as what tax abatement agreements.
I appreciate your work on that.
Any questions?
It'll be more finite than that, when we get into
These
tax.
are the
abatement, right?
guidelines and criteria that control what agreements y'all enter into,
No,
what the county enters into. So at this point, after this, the next step is the creation of a reinvestment zone. If the commissioners determine that there's a portion of the county that needs to be a reinvestment zone, then that'll be described in another document that'll be posted. Notice will be posted. That's going to happen. Then y'all will consider that. And then at that point, abatement agreements, which are specific, that say, here's what we're doing with this company, can be entered into within that zone with whoever owns property within that zone.
Okay.
So it's a multi-step.
It's a process.
There's a really good explanation on the comptroller's website if you're interested in some light reading. It kind of walks through the steps, but I'll help guide y'all through all that if and when we get to that. All right, anything else?
Thank you, Craig.
Okay, fine.
All right, so do I hear a motion to approve the resolution?
I'll make a motion to approve it.
We have a motion.
Oh, okay, second.
I heard this one over here.
Okay.
And second. Okay, we have motion and second. Any further discussion on the resolution? All in favor? Good. Thanks again, Craig. Okay, item 10 is to consider and or approve the adoption of in-person inspection of election records policy. And I believe we are going to table that for further information, correct?
Yes, we appreciate more time.
Okay, so do I hear a motion to table that?
I'll move to table.
I'll second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay, thank you. And item 11 is to consider and or approve proposed interlocal agreement concerning Borger Energy Associates tax suit costs.
Just an update for y'all on that. So you know that I've been talking with counsel for the school district as well as appraisal district's litigation counsel in an attempt to get an agreement in place. What it basically came down to, y'all remember that we've talked about the school district's participation and what that would be. And in the end, what it came down to is the additional tax revenue that might be received from litigation is not going to benefit the school district because of and Region 16 ran the numbers on this about, what if the number goes up to X million dollars, and then they kind of figure how they have to share money with the state under the, called Robin Hood, what they have to provide to the state. In the end, it wouldn't come out as a benefit to them. So they were, because of that, they were basically still of the opinion, we want to provide the $50,000 support for it, but we can't do anything other than that. So the proposal you've got in front of you is the agreement that requires the school district to pay $50,000 and then has the hospital district pay on the back end out of any increased revenue, such as we were going to do with the school district. So that's an update as far as where the agreement is that you got from me.
But we still need to have some discussion with the hospital district.
Right. I mean, y'all can go ahead and approve, and then we'll have to submit that to the hospital district for them to run through their board for agreement. We've got a little bit of time in talking with Kirk. There was a hearing set the other day, and that was pushed off a month. So he's still good. As his hair is not on fire as far as us getting something done.
So would it be advisable to table this until we can maybe have some discussion with the hospital district?
You can. I mean, it doesn't hurt you if you approve it and then they approve it. You got what you want. If you approve it and they say no, we want something different, I can come back with a revision. It's 6 of one, half dozen the other. I mean, the only thing is, I think if you go to the hospital district and say, we've approved this, all we need is that might be a plus, but that's
Okay.
really up to y'all as far as I can do it.
I think we should go ahead and approve it now.
Okay, is that a motion?
Yeah, that's a motion.
Okay. Here's
I second it.
a motion and a second to approve the interlocal agreement. Any further discussion on that? All in favor? Okay.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I thought I emailed it to you, but it's, yeah. All right, item 12 is to consider and or approve 2 new Hutchinson County Welfare Board members who are Barbie Schroeder and Tiffany Thomas to add to their board.
So moved.
Second it.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All in favor? Item 13 is to consider and or approve a new airport board member. This is Ben Connor Jr. Correct, Lee? Okay. To the airport board.
I'll make a motion that we approve Ben Connor as a board member.
Okay.
Okay, motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. Item 14 is to consider and or approve the bond for Amber Buchanan, juvenile probation officer. $1,000 bond.
I move to approve the bond.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Right, you're gonna have to raise your left hand because we can't see your right hand.
Here, I'll get closer to Chris.
Don't do that.
Item 15, consider and or approve the annual audit report of jail commissary for fiscal year ending September 30th, 2021. 21, right?
Yes, of 21, this is a little later than it probably should be, but I was unaware that we were supposed to do it and turn it into the state until we had our jail inspection. So I went ahead, I reviewed all the invoices that were paid out of the jail commissary account to make sure that they're being spent all our items. Everything looked fine. I submitted it to the state agency that requires it, so everything should be good, and we'll be doing this on cable.
Okay.
Make a motion, we approve the commissary audit report.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay, item 16, consider and or approve the updated Hutchinson County investment policy. Amy,
Did y'all have time to read over?
I read every single word.
Okay, I figured y'all did.
Mhm.
So, this, right now, we just invest into tax school right now. Later, maybe we can get a committee together to where maybe people that, are interested in the investment part, and we might can go to, kind of look out for other things besides just tax school that we invest taxpayers' money into. So this is just going over, pretty much going to the government code of what you can invest in, what you can't.
Okay, and I did actually read this. This is done annually,
Yes.
updated, so,
Yes,
Okay.
so this is just an update, so. And I believe there was just some minor changes as in punctuation, but other than that, there was no change.
right. Okay,
I move to approve the
investment.
investment policy for the Hudson County.
Thank you.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? I think I have a couple of just resolutions that speak to that approval that I need y'all to sign. So I'll just pass those around and y'all can sign those. All right, item 17 is to consider and or approve the Hutchinson County Sheriff's Office racial profiling report. Did y'all need to say anything to that? Okay, this is an annual report that the Sheriff's Department and all law enforcement agencies like the constables are required to do every year and send into the state. So this is their report, and everyone should have got that and can see the numbers. And it's already been submitted, or you're waiting to submit it? Okay,
Make a
I'll make-
motion to
yeah.
approve the sheriff's office racial profiling report.
And I'll second it.
motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay, and item 18 is to consider and or approve Hutchinson County Constable Precinct 2 racial profiling report. So, did y'all see it too? I mean, it's pretty much just heroes because they don't really make any traffic stops.
I move to approve the racial profile from the constables.
Precinct 2.
Precinct 2.
For a second?
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Item 19 is to consider and or approve interlocal agreement for process service between Hutchinson County and Plammons, Stinnett, Phillips Consolidated ISD. Craig, you did have a chance to review that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and, because I think Angelica said you looked over it. Correct. Am I correct in that?
It was several weeks ago.
Yeah, and everything is good.
It was fine when I looked at it.
Motion to approve the interlocal agreement for process service between Hutchinson County and.
Just in time.
Was that me?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Do you have anything to say to that, Angelica? I'm sorry. We'll hold your
Yes.
motion there.
And the superintendent's also on her way. I didn't know if y'all wanted to talk to her or not. It's just an interlocal agreement and it's really, sorry, I have that cough. It's really just so that way it can help me pay for my deal going back and forth. Because we usually, sorry. We usually charge $100 for service fee to serve anything else, but this will be only for 30. And it's just for truancy cases.
But we haven't done this in the past, right?
Well, it was done in the past. So the reason why it's getting done this way is because I contacted TAC and they told me that this is how we needed to do the contract. So I contacted.
The PSP, the only school district that you're serving for?
Yes,
Okay,
yeah, because the border officers do theirs.
oh, the SRO officers do them. Okay, got you.
Yeah, they made an agreement with the school. to
Okay,
do that part of it. Fritch hasn't approached about filing any truancy.
okay,
So right now, we're only filing truancy. Well, we do file it for Borger, but they take care of that.
right.
And then Stinnett has, since this year, decided that they were gonna file truancy. So that's
Okay.
why we are, and they had come and asked us like, how much do they need to pay and all that, which of course that was new, so I didn't know how to go about it.
Right.
That's what they told me to do.
Okay, perfect. All right, so we have a motion from Ben
I'll second.
and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? And we accepted your profiling report too.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Sorry.
All right, item 20 is to consider and or approve canceling the ordered Ford patrol vehicles due to delays and ordering 3 Tahoes that can be here by the end of February, Sheriff.
Okay, so I recently called about our 3 Tahoes, our 3 Fords that we ordered in September, we ordered those.
Yeah, it was way back.
And they haven't even been built yet. They didn't have a serial number assigned to them. There's no telling when they're gonna get them out. The vendor that we ordered them through hadn't ordered any equipment for them, so there's no foreseeable time.
Who did we order those through? You remember?
Fleet.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
All right.
So during this time, our vehicles started kind of falling apart because we got a couple of them that are high mileage. And so like, we're going to come up with a different sort of plan, maybe to get some vehicles quicker. So I was checking around. I got in contact with an individual at the Seth Gamblin was his name, Silsby Fleet, and he told me that they had Tahoes actually that were coming in. Basically, these are 3 aren't being picked up by the agency that ordered them. They should be here by the end of February. They're black, they're 4-wheel drive Tahoes. And they're quite a bit cheaper actually than the Fords. And they should be here by the end of February. I did some checking around. I got with Joel down in Classics. We did some estimates on equipment and things like that and what it costs to get them outfitted the way I want to get them outfitted. I allotted for a little bit extra. The total will be about 50,000, and that's allowing for some extra there if we need it. So the total will be about 175,000 bucks, which is still 15 grand cheaper than what our other quote and stuff was. So
And we had agreed to pay for the others through the ARP, right?
yes, ma'am, that's correct. So I talked to Ben a little bit because the we had the issue of what we were trading in and what we were getting rid of. We do have, I don't know if you want to talk about this now, about the deal that we have down or what.
Well, there will be 2 trade-ins from other departments that you could trade in on your cars. So the 2 Tahoes will be passed down to IT. Well, I just made a spreadsheet so you can see what I was talking about here. And that way.
Do you have any more?
Just a second.
And it is through a co-op.
They're offshore.
We got this.
Okay.
It's the same process that I used for the last one that's on the same.
Is it like the buy board people or?
It's Tips USA. I don't believe that we're members of that yet. That's the one that we're gonna have to become members of for the roof.
Oh,
That's,
so,
But I don't know, maybe is the sheriff department already a
it's
member?
the same one you used before.
I believe so. It's the same as the board training. I'd have to go back and check. We've used, it'll be the past, I believe. But I mean, I'm gonna do some checking on it if needed.
But this is where the installation of the extra equipment with plastics, since it's $50,000, it's subject to steel.
to bid, although I don't know who would do that.
Not part of a co-op.
No.
Gotcha. Well, the reason I choose glasses, we've used them many times in the past, and there are not very many people around here that actually do that, and
But that's something that if we decided to go ahead and order these, we could go out for bid on the other. And because it's
Yeah,
gonna
absolutely.
be until the end of the month before we get them anyway.
that's correct. And this is just basically a total, that's what the equipment ordered. Now, he doesn't have the credit available to order all the equipment at once and get it in. So basically what we would do is have that money, we would order the equipment ourselves through whoever we order our lights and crap through. And then he would charge his price to put them in with. Cause he doesn't have enough credit to order 50 grand worth of equipment and get it all delivered in. So that's how we've done it. I think Sheriff Coker did that in the past.
So it's 2 different companies that you're paying then.
So.
It's Glassix for the installation and whatever company you
Yes,
order
ma'am.
that. So does that make a difference? Because it's 2 different companies. They're gonna order the equipment from what.
As long as the equipment isn't more than $50,000.
But that's equipment and installation.
I allotted quite a bit extra, just in case we need extra equipment. The installation's gonna be, it won't be 50 grand for the installation. That's with the equipment included altogether, top price. Added to the vehicles would be that one. Sorry for the confusion.
Oh, that's okay.
You have the 2018 Tahoe and the 2017 Tahoe that will pass down, but one of them's got a bad transmission.
Yes, sir. One of them does have a bad transmission.
I think I talked to Alicia about that, and can you explain how we could pay for that, even though he's under budget? Because you
So,
were-
with the ARP funds.
Yeah,
So my recommendation, just to keep the ARP projects clean, would be, so he's gonna be under the 190 that he originally requested for the 3 vehicles. One of them needs a new transmission, so I suggested to go ahead and put in for another project to fix that transmission. So if it's $10,000 or $7,000, whatever it is, to do a project as that, and then we can just roll that money from the squad car project over to the new transmission project. And that way, rather than throwing the transmission in with the purchase of these new vehicles. On that same line,
Right.
I don't need its own line item.
you had a quote on that one, like 7,000.
$7,000. 8 at tops. We had 2 go down at the same time. We either fix one or fix the other one. That one had higher mileage, so we've set it on the back. Right.
Then since you're passing those down, you could use the courthouse maintenance pickup. And
As the trade,
yeah,
and that is,
the 2012, which is comes from IT. But anyway, it's gonna take a little while to get that transmission fixed. So we need to delay, if you trade these in, need to delay one of them so we don't have vehicles for everybody to use. So whichever one, we need an extra vehicle for the IT because they'll be short of vehicle until they get the transmission done. You can trade them in, but just gotta wait a little bit to turn them over.
So the IT department truck and the maintenance truck are gonna be what's traded?
Yes, the GMC pickup and the,
So one of the IT vehicles is going to maintenance, right?
what Russell's driving now, the 2009 will go to maintenance.
Transfer to courthouse maintenance, okay.
Right.
And then the other IT pickup along with the old,
They'll be traded
the
in.
maintenance vehicle, trade, okay.
The 2011 GMC actually had a new motor put in it, which not that, I guess a couple years ago. Was going to keep it, but it's apparently using oil according to Josh. He's having put quite a bit of oil in it, so we want to keep it.
And just whenever we get invoiced for these, vehicles, we'll need to make sure that the trade-in is listed on the invoice.
Okay, and I'll have to get with you to get that information, to get it to them. Because I don't have it.
Okay. I'll give you a copy of this. And have it.
Hey, any more questions for the sheriff on this? Do I hear a motion?
Make a motion to approve the purchase of the new sheriff's vehicles and cancel the old order for the vehicles and approve the vehicle changes and what department they're going to.
Oh, one question I had, and I think I asked you this and I'm not sure what the answer was, but so we can cancel that old project without a penalty.
Yeah, I had already talked well, they haven't ordered any equipment, so Capley's not gonna be on any money whatsoever.
Okay,
We're
we're not bound to them by any way.
No, and then another agency will pick them up when they come in. There's no doubt about that. So
Okay.
they weren't worried about it.
So these vehicles are just vehicles that some other agency decided not to get?
Mhm. So a lot of times what they'll do is order a whole bunch, and depending on how their budgetary stuff works out, and then I'll be able to pay for all of them at one time.
Not the ones that,
But there's so many agencies that need vehicles right now.
oh, they were supposed to get a picture.
Okay,
They're not now.
No.
all right, so we have a motion. Do I hear a second?
No second.
Okay, we have a motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes,
I know you mentioned airport needs pickup,
yeah, they have a vehicle that, yeah.
but that will come from one of the road and bridge pickups that they're going to trade in.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
that'll be later.
I was wondering.
Like upset the pickup basket.
Yeah,
It's like everybody's trading.
Yeah.
they need something.
Road and bridge gets their new pickups and one of the.
Do what, Lee,
Two vehicles at the airport probably need to go, so I hope that.
at some point?
I think that'll be done when Road and Bridge does their part.
Yeah.
When they get new pickups, then that'll be in here.
Okay, item 21 is to consider and or approve the City of Borger interlocal agreement continuity of emergency medical services. Craig, did you want to speak to 21 or 22, which is the actual EMS?
Well, just, I received, drafts from the city. And then requested not a lot of substantive changes, but one that we talked about, you remember, had to do with indemnity. They agreed to all of that. We have all the statutory language in there that we, and that was the main, substantive, change. But basically every change I asked for, they agreed to. Now that still has to be approved, I think tomorrow by the city, once it, provided that y'all approve it. The only thing that I have on the continuity, appreciate Alicia and the judge, let me know this morning. I was juggling a lot of documents
I
last week.
found one, it's just a typo.
Okay,
On that first page, the second to last, it says agreed to continue proving EMS.
okay,
provide.
yeah. So the next to last paragraph on page 1 needs to change proving to providing. And then on the second page, under definition, section 1, under response, the last line says parish instead of the county. And so, if and when this is approved, it's just approved with, mentioned changes. Then I'll get that. And if you want to go ahead and sign, you can, and I can just change that and not change the signature page, or just wait until I have it back and sign it.
Were those the only two changes on the continuity?
Those were.
Y'all have any questions on the continuity agreement? Do I hear a motion?
I move to approve and enter into the interlocal agreement regarding the continuity agreement
With changes?
with changes.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. All right, and the next item then is the actual consider and or approval of the emergency medical services agreement with the city of Border.
And on this one, all changes were made. There's a couple of typos on page 4. The second paragraph under payment. Third line, there's a qualifying phrase that says after any financial adjustment. But that was in the both original agreements. That was removed. So I'll remove that phrase. And then the last paragraph on that page, in the section 11, in the third line, there's a reference to AMR or city's response. We'll remove AMR or, since those don't apply to the permanent agreement.
Mhm.
I believe those are only changes on that.
What about the next paragraph?
Yeah, both paragraphs. Yeah, the paragraph
It
on the
says
next page.
AMR also, yeah,
Right, same change.
okay.
Correct. I was making that.
Yeah.
Things in that.
And those are the only two changes on that one.
Those are.
You didn't see anything else? Any questions on the EMS agreement? Your motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve the city of Border interlocal agreement for EMS services with the changes.
Thank you. Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay,
And I'll do the clean version.
great. Thank you. All right, item 23 is to consider and or approve the affidavit for home delivered meals grant. This is just an affidavit from the opportunities that they sent over there needing just for verification that we actually gave them the $9,400 and that they spent that accordingly. And they did send us some financial information, so I have verified that. Your motion.
As a motion to approve the affidavit for home delivered meals grant.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. All right, item 24 is to consider and or approve any ARP grant projects. The first one is from Road and Bridge from Dwayne. They are needing a new ice machine at the county barn. Did it go kaput?
Yeah, the ice machine we have there is 20 years old. And Troy down at West Texas Cooling has kept it going for us. And it was a really good one. But he told us last time he worked on it that that's it. He's
Done.
got nothing left. He said he can't do nothing else for it. So I got some proposals here from West Texas and from Caitlin Off Drain Bow. And to explain the proposals is the one like we got, the real good one, it's not even available. And they still make them, but you can't get one. They said you can order one a year before you get it. It's not available. On West Texas proposal, the cheaper one there, that's the cheapest one they make. They're not real sure about what kind of availability for parts and stuff are on that. The next one up that Kaylin and him both quoted, it's kind of a mid-range ice machine. They both thought they could work on those and get parts for them and everything like that. So the Kaylin odd rate one was $7,941, so that's the one I would like to get. Troy has passed away since then from West Texas that kept ours going, and they actually do not have another ice machine repair guy yet, but they are looking for West Texas is.
So you're wanting to go with the Audrain? The Audrain bid I have just says 0.
Well, it's up there on the column, up there on the, under the, because he also priced leasing one.
Oh, okay.
He wanted to give
Okay.
us both options, so the second figure down there is to lease a machine.
I see that. Mhm.
And the top one is 79.1 to buy this machine outright.
Okay. How long does it take to get that?
Yeah, but they're hoping he can have it before summer.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Ours is still,
Limping.
yeah,
along.
maybe it'll long plug it, unplug it, plug it up. They're still reducing some, but it's done.
Any questions for Dwayne? I hear motion.
Make a motion to approve the purchase of a new ice machine for $79.41.
I'll say.
Motion second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Thank you.
Thank you, Dwayne. All right, the next project is from juvenile probation, Jeremy Sharp. I think he's been working with Gary, right? On that, and you brought the bid information. You want to talk about that? They're wanting to put some
Yeah, I had them.
protective glass.
We tried to get 4 bids, just not out there. So we had the same outfit that did the county attorneys, and the adult probation. I had them come over there and look at it, and all they need is for $6,250 is to put a new window in. They don't have to put Kevlar in the walls. That saved us a lot of money. So we just put the new window in with the paper slide.
They've got a window there already that we just need to replace it.
Yeah, and it's just a little old short one slide. There's no protection at all. So we really need to do that, and we need to get the other one for the JP going too.
All right, that's just a much bigger scope
It is.
project,
Well,
but I agree, we need to do something. We just need to figure that one out.
yeah,
How much was the bid?
it was for
Oh, here,
$6,250.
he just brought this in this morning.
Shouldn't be any engineering.
No,
No,
There won't be anything else.
it's just to replace that already existing window. Which makes that fairly easy, yeah. Do I hear motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the window for $6,250 for probation department.
second it.
Motion and second, any further discussion? All in favor?
Can you give me a copy of the quote?
I'll get it for you, yeah. Yeah. All right, the last one is from the sheriff's department for a new keypad on the back door. Right, Laura? Yeah, which, is it not working or?
Well, whenever the access fire and security system came over, they put in the new stuff for the annex. When they were there, I asked Josh about what about our back door, and they completely forgot us because they put in a new one for over by the ladies' restroom by
the back door. Mhm.
So they forgot our back door. So we have been having to call the locksmith out because ours keeps breaking a lot. And so when they were there working at adult probation, I asked them to come down while they were there, and I talked to Gary about this, to give us an estimate what it would cost, because I also talked with Josh with it, and so he did. And with this, with the new striker pad and the new key lock pad, it would be connected to IT and the network. So when somebody goes to work for the sheriff's office and they leave, we can deactivate their code. As of right now, we cannot.
Is it a punch thing now? or-
Yes, it is. And
Okay, so
every
now
time-
they'll just
and they
use the
moved
fobs.
The whole, last time the locksmith came out, it was like for 3 days and had everything taken out. And he said he can't work on it anymore, but we
Okay.
need a whole new system.
Yeah, I think the upgrades weren't working on those.
Right,
anymore.
and so like he said, right now, like I was saying, we cannot deactivate anybody's code.
Right.
So with a new system, when somebody does leave, I can just send an email to Josh and Russell and they will deactivate them instantly.
Okay.
And then they would put in a new pad. He did say that it is 3 weeks out. The keypad needs to be ordered. He does have the striker pad, but the keypad itself. And then he will get with Josh. and
For
get
the
it all-
installation.
And get it all connected and everything.
But the total requested includes installation,
It
everything.
includes everything. So he said that this gets approved. I will let him know. And then it'll be 3 weeks out because he has to order that. So we're looking at sometime in the middle of March when they can come and install everything and get everything going.
What is that total?
4,598.
Mhm.
98.
Any questions? Do I hear a motion?
Motion we approve the ARP funds for the sheriff's office keypad. Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? While we're talking ARP, did I send you all the report from Julie Winters, United Way? Okay, she sent a written report just as an update. And she said that I'll pass it around so y'all can look at where they're at with their project. And she did say that they would be happy to come in person and give updates if we need them. But that's a written update for their United Way project. Okay, item 25, consider and or approve the burn ban or rescind the burn ban.
Ground index of 498. We do have a couple of opportunities for some moisture this next week. I'd like to have no action right now, see what happens with this. If we don't get any significant moisture over the next 2 weeks, I'll probably bring the burn ban back to the table next quarter.
We're supposed to get lots of wind too, but maybe we'll get some rain.
We have a 90% chance of it.
Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah.
Let's see it.
All right, thank you. All right, item 26, consider and or approve disposal of obsolete office equipment. I received a disposal of a scanner from the treasurer's office. Did I send that to you?
No.
I'm sorry. That's okay.
Oh, can I go back? I'm sorry, I was reading this. Can I go back to the fire index?
Yep.
If by chance y'all take it off, like in between our meetings, could I be notified? Because I get tons of
Yeah.
citizens
Well,
calling.
you know, it's not on now. We do not have a burn ban.
Right,
Yeah.
but when it gets taken off, could I be
Yes.
notified?
I'll try to
Because
remember.
they call me and
We do post it on our website.
Check the website, man.
oh, I gotta work.
And I posted it on Facebook too.
Yeah, it's on Facebook.
Man, so I gotta do my own work
Check
around
your
here.
Facebook.
I'm opening applications, hiring. Yeah, man. Okay, I'd like to withdraw my comment. Record.
Hey,
Yeah.
Okay, we're on item 26, disposal. We have one thing. Do I have a motion to dispose?
I move to dispose it.
I'll second it.
Motion second. Any further discussion?
You're gonna go dispose?
All in
I'll
favor?
personally, to earn my keep, I'll go and take care of it.
Okay.
All right, item 27, accept certificates of completion from elected or appointed officials.
I have two. Angelica Hartraft, Constable Precinct 2, submitted certificate for cybersecurity awareness training. And Leisha Craig, Auditor, submitted certificate for cybersecurity awareness training.
Good job, guys.
We're gonna get that cybersecurity out of the way this year, right? Laura's our number one,
Mine done.
Laura's our number one proponent about it, right?
Get it done. Yes.
Yes, yay Laura for your diligence. 'Cause usually I have to hound Laura at the last minute
Not this
to
year.
get her people. So she's on it this
That
year.
one person said they got a weird email, they clicked the link though, but they'll register and we'll be good to go.
Mhm.
Okay, item 28 is to consider and or approve requests for use of the club rooms at the Border Library or Fritz.
February 25th, we have somebody celebrating a 5th birthday party. That's all I've got so far.
Oh, that's good. I have, on the 24th, someone is using the club room and fridge for, inventory.
Okay. Right, thank you. Item 29, consider and or approve line item changes, transfers and or budget amendments.
There is a typo on the amendment. This has been, had the correct GL code, but the description, it shouldn't say commissioner's radio, it should be road and bridge radios, that 21,000 that was approved through ARP funds. So we just need to correct that. Then they were just line item transfers. I did do the line item transfers for the new cleaning staff. I didn't put any extra money into the janitorial supplies line item. I just left it where it was. So if you need to request some, we have somewhere to move it.
Do I hear a motion to approve those line items?
I move to approve the, line item transfers and budget.
Motion and second, any further discussion? All in favor? Item 30, consider and or approve advertising, opening, accepting or awarding bids.
And we still have the yeah, we still have the one for the two road and bridge trucks out. And next time I need to look at the calendar before I schedule the opening time, because I scheduled it for Monday, the 20th, which is President's
Oh, it's
Day.
President's Day.
But I will come up here and I'll just stand at the front door. If anybody shows up to hopefully open them, I'll be there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I want
It's
to,
advertised.
I want to ask a question, that is about opening up for bids. And it's also to let the public know I'm working on something as well. So when we do, so there are two motives behind it. I'm earning my keep. So, do we have, so let's say I have no clue what a property cleanup would cost. Can I kind of open up for bids without the intent of actually executing?
Yes.
If I just need to know what it would cost?
Proposal, so that different vendors can come and say, to do this project, this is what I would do, and provide you options with how you go.
Okay. So
It's not
I have three I want to just kind of look at.
It's not a request for a bid, it's a request for a proposal.
Okay. All right. That's all I need. Thank you.
All right, item 31 is to consider and or approve donations to Hutchinson County. We have, unless someone else has one out there, we have one. And Holvey Janitorial, who y'all know decided to close their business, is going to leave a lot of their equipment and supplies at the annex, correct?
Correct.
Gary? So like a cart, some Clorox mop buckets, mops, dust mops, gloves. Estimated value is 171.
Yeah, and that's just estimated,
Yeah.
because some of that stuff's pretty old.
Yeah.
But it's still,
But they're gonna leave it for us. So I do need a motion to accept that donation.
I'll make a motion to accept the donation.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Can I give that to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Didn't you need a motion on the previous one?
No, because no.
Okay.
All right, item 32 is to accept reports from elected or appointed officials.
January 2023 reports were submitted by Kelly Ratliff, County Clerk, Tammy McBrayer, District Clerk, Leslie Ford, Justice of the Peace Precinct 1, Amanda Wassong, Justice of the Peace Precinct 2, Library and HCCWB. Amy Back, County Treasurer, submitted January 2023 financial report. Tax pool rate as of February 1, 2023 was 4.31%. Dwayne Chisholm, Road and Bridge, submitted written report For dates, if I didn't get in there. Sorry. For January 2023, January 23rd, 2023 to February 12th, 2023. And that is what I have.
All right, thank you.
Mhm.
All right, the next item is item 33, discussion of county judges and commissioners precinct daily operations. Anybody?
I've decided I'm gonna start looking at our webpage and our Facebook for information.
Thank you.
I thought just gonna rewrite it.
You're gonna be busy.
Hope you're gonna redesign our webpage.
I can see it, buddy. That's my job, yes. I will start doing effective immediately.
Nancy, I see we're having a celebration at the library. Do you want to speak to that?
83 years on February 23rd. And we would love for everybody to come by. We're gonna have a little come and go reception 2 to 4 on the 23rd of February
At the Borger branch.
at the Borger Branch.
All right, great.
Nancy, you don't even look 83.
Well, thank you.
I had no idea. It was since 1940. I had no idea. That's great.
And Terry is gonna do an interview with me later.
Awesome.
And we're gonna run some information in the paper.
Good. Okay.
I'd like to bring up one thing about the air conditioning heating units here in the courthouse, how expensive this is getting.
Oh, please don't. No. Such a,
Because
That was
we need to
such a
do
train wreck.
something with it, but there's really no solution without replacing them. Just 2 call outs the past month, so over $6,000
from Trey. Right,
from training. We don't have anyone else work on
Right.
it, not anybody. Fixing to replace inventory of motors for it's going to be about $10,000 to just to keep the motors in stock that we keep using up.
Mhm.
It's the only way of fixing this is replace them. And that's be very expensive option. So we got to come up with some other way of fixing these. They're so expensive.
right.
We should have went after him 3 years ago.
Huh?
We decided that we were gonna go after him 3 years ago. Never got done.
Go after who?
Train. We're not doing what they should have done.
It was just a bad deal, really bad deal.
Yeah.
And it's expensive now, and these aren't even that old. Wait till they get a few more years old. But just this month, we will have, I think it's like $18,000 we're spending on these things.
Well, let's look into some options to replace those units. Like, who would we get to do that? We need to,
The units inside are replaceable, not have to replace the chiller or the piping.
well, yeah, no, none of
It's
that.
just the units.
Yeah. We need to maybe
I
work
don't know
on that.
what it costs to replace them, but it's.
Is it something that we could do a request for a proposal and have some
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
experts come out and
And give
make
us some,
suggestions on how to either make them last longer or replace them?
You're not gonna do nothing with these except replace them. I do have one company that's looking at, I took a motor to them the other day that went bad and they will see if there's any way we can repair these. These are like $700 a piece for motors. So they're gonna look into it and see if they can repair them, but.
Okay.
That's about the best we got right now.
anybody else
Are these Chinese?
come at us with some good news?
Motors.
Lee, how's everything at the airport
Certainly.
limping along?
Well, you got a full crew now, but one called in today, so. I've been doing extra, so.
Right, we appreciate your hard work.
Yeah.
Thanks. Who else is out there? Okay, nobody. Anything else? I will say that Siobhan and I just got back from the Healthy County Boot Camp. And we've got lots of good ideas to keep Hutchinson County healthy. And hopefully, and long-term, is work on our wellness so we can hopefully drive down our insurance costs. That's our long-term goal. But I will say that our wellness coordinator, Stacy, will be out sometime here in the near future. That Hutchinson County did get some awards. We got the most participation for our county size, which we're always excited to hear. And then Siobhan and I also were honored as honorary members or honorary for the Iris Stagner Award, which is kind of like wellness coordinators or sponsors that go above and beyond. So we were super excited to get that award. It was a great conference, good conversations. And I'll be going this week because I got placed onto the TAC Health and Employee Benefit Pool Board. And so that is the board that makes the decisions on insurance and things like that. So kind of have that information. I'm looking forward to that, and had a little orientation last week, and it's wow, it's pretty overwhelming as far as what all they do and the responsibilities that they have towards the counties. So looking forward to that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Guess you have to be on the insurance though to participate.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to be on the insurance.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, the next item on the agenda is struck off tax properties. Let me go in here and grab, because Brenda brought two in at that last second and I forgot. No, that's her.
Not adjourned yet. Where are you going?
We're not done yet.
I started to say that myself.
I gotta sit through this. Y'all have to.
Okay, the first property is located at 217 North Wilhelm in Stinnett. Submitting an offer of $2,000 has been made by Latrina Gerstberger of Fritz. Taxes have not been paid on the property since 1989. It was struck off to the entities on November 21st, 22, and the appraisal value of the property is $100,720. Ben, did you get that?
I looked at it this weekend. It's,
I think that is the way old picture, isn't it? That picture we've got up there.
2021.
That's what it looks like.
No, it really does look like that. I thought that roof was falling in.
It's a pretty.
It's just down the street from my house.
at first glance, it doesn't look as bad as it is, but it's actually got a hole in the roof. And it's pretty bad.
Well, these are the pictures that
This should have a fireplace on top of it.
they showed, and they're looking way worse. But anyway, the property's in really bad shape.
Well, this picture on here.
Yeah.
Back of the house.
Oh, no wonder. I was like, oh my
No,
gosh, that was horrible.
that's the backyard. That's.
Okay.
And from the front, it doesn't look as bad.
As
but
bad.
It is really bad shape. So,
What are your thoughts on that $2,000 bid?
it was appraised at 100,000 by the appraisal district, but that's not even the ballpark. I mean, it is in really bad shape, but to me, I think we should counter a little bit higher than that. But
That's 100,000.
well, let's not work anywhere near that. But
No.
I was more like countering like 5,000 to be realistic.
Okay. Is that your motion?
I'll make a motion to counter 5,000. It is
Second.
fixable.
Okay, motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay, write this down. Gary, what's the property you have?
31.
Okay, the next property is 281 West Street in Fritch. And did you get these?
Yes,
Okay, and I just got these.
I moved to counter at 250. 100. They're undeveloped, nothing to look at.
Oh, it's just an empty lot,
I mean, if you want to look at grass and trees.
right?
Second.
Okay, motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? And the next property is located at 0 Walton Street. And submitting an offer of $100 has been made by Lisa Jackson. Taxes haven't been paid since 93. It was struck off in 22 and appraised at 1,720. Is that an empty lot too?
Yes, I counter at 250. And that's my motion.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Mine are kind of boring because there's nothing on them ever, which is fine.
Okay, does
All mine, we have to accept it in the city of Board.
does anybody have anything else?
If not, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor? Meeting adjourned.
What will we discuss about adjourning?
I don't know.